Hello guys, welcome back to Simultaneous Academy. In today's video, I'm going to be walking through the most accurate likely theory, mathematics theory questions in this year's WAEC GCE, as it has been predicted from the previous pattern of setting question from WAEC in the previous years. So, as you have to know that in WAEC, you are going to be given 13 questions in your theory, and out of these 13 questions, you are going to be asked to answer 10 questions out of these 13 questions. Now, these 10 questions will be coming from these aspects. 8 of the questions will be on section A, while the remaining 2 will be asked from section B altogether. So the question will be divided into 2 sections, section A and section B. So the section A questions are majorly the easy questions, which we have predicted some likely questions that you might see this year in your exam. Please take note of something. This question is not a leak question. It is just predicted from how WAEC has been setting questions from the previous years. So I try to study their patterns of setting their questions. After studying the pattern of setting questions every year, so I came across some of these questions, 13 questions that likely showcase in this year's exam. The way they repeat, there's a repetition of some of their questions. So based on that, so we brought about 13 questions for it. Now I'll be starting with question 1. Now from this question 1, I highlighted 13 questions, whereby the question 1 is starting from profit and loss. Now, let's take a look at it, and I'm going to be walking you through the solution step by step so that you can get your full mark in WAEC. Now, question 1 said, a man bought a phone for 250,000 naira and sold it at a loss of 12%. Now, this is profit and loss percent. Now, the cost price of the phone, let me take it as solution 1. The cost price, let's take it as CP, is 250,000 naira. That's the cost price of the phone. And then they said he sold it at a loss of 12%. That means loss percent for the phone is 12%. This is the loss percent for the phone. Now let's say we should find the selling price. Now we have to find the selling price. How do we get the selling price of this? Not that difficult. Normally, whenever you have a loss in a business, the loss in the business is always cost price minus selling price. Loss normally occur in the business when the cost price is higher than the selling price of the market of the goods. Then we are going to be having a loss. So the loss in the business is going to be selling cost price minus the selling price. Now let's calculate the loss. The cost price is 250. Okay, sorry, we don't have the selling price here. We have to find the selling price. We are given the loss percent. Now loss percent can be gotten as loss over cost price times 100%. Now, whereby my loss is CP minus SP over CP times 100%. Now, if I put in my details given, this is my loss percent. Now, what are my details given? I am given that the loss percent is 12%, while my CP, which is the cost price, is 250,000 naira minus SP over 250,000 naira. Now multiply by 100%. First of all, let me remove this percentage. Now I can easily divide out 0 cancel these 2 zeros, because we have 1 0 cancel this, 1 0 cancel this. So I'm left with only 2,500 naira in this place here. So from here you can cross multiply, because this is over 1. So if I cross multiply, I'll be having 12 times this. That'll be I'll be having all this 250,000 minus SP equals to 12 times 2,500. So from here, my SP can be gotten, I can just say 250,000 naira, okay, minus SP equals to 12 times 2,500 is going to be giving us, let me punch my calculator, 12 times 2,500, I'll be having 30,000 naira, 30,000. From here, I'll be having 30,000. So if I collect like term, I can be having my 250,000 naira minus, bring this 30,000 naira here, then take this back to this place. Then what will I be having? I'll be having minus 30,000 naira equals to SP, because it's what negative become positive. So 20,000 naira minus 30,000 naira, that should give rise to 220,000 naira. So my selling price, which is the SP, is 220,000 naira. Let me write it very well. So my SP is 220,000 naira. Now this is the stepwise way of us solving it. So I've gotten my SP. That is question A. Question B, they said if he later bought another phone and sold it for 310,000 naira, making a profit of 15%, find the cost price. Now, he later bought another phone and then sold it for what? 310,000 naira. I can just say the selling price for question B, my selling price is 310,000 naira, and then he make a profit of 15%. The profit percent is equals to 15%. That's what we get. Now they said making a profit percent of this, find the cost price. We have to find the CP. We don't know. Now find the cost price. How do we find the what cost price? Now profit percent, or let me say percentage profit is equals to the profit made, and the profit is always selling price minus cost price. Why? Because when you normally make a profit in a business, when your selling price is greater than your cost price, so the profit percent to be selling price minus cost price over the actual price, which is the cost price, times 100%. Now, if I try to find the solution to this, I can be having my profit percent is 15% equals to SP. My SP is 310,000 naira minus my CP, I don't know, over CP times 100%. So percentage cancel percentage. So we can go like that. Now I can easily multiply. I have 15 here. Then I'll be having 100 times this. I have 310,000 minus 100 CP. So over CP, sorry, I need to rub off some parts of this aspect. So from here I can be having my 15, this is going to give me 15 times, okay, cross multiply this over 1. I have 15 CP equals to 310,000 minus 100 CP. So bringing this here, I'll be having 15 CP plus 100 CP equals to 310,000. Yeah, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. So from here I have 115 CP to be equals to 310,000. Yeah, 6 zeros. That's 1 million. Divide both sides by what? 115. I'll be having my cost price for the new phone to be this 31 million divided by 115. I'll be having it to be 269,565. 269 naira. 269, 565.2. 565.2 naira. Now this is what I'm going to be getting from what the cost price of the new phone. This is the step in solving it. Now, and each of these steps ends you mark. Please don't omit any of the steps. Now the question 2 is all about indices, and which I'm going to be walking you through the steps that is required in solving it also in your exam. Now if you cross check this, it says to simplify 16 raised power minus 1 over 4 times 8 raised power 2 over 3 all over 2 raised power 5 over 2. Now, how do you go about this? Now, in solving this, we need to apply the rules of indices in solving this. Now, we can easily apply the rule by saying, if I come to this place here, I can use that, okay, I have 16 here. Now, I can look for what is common between these three numbers, 16, 8, and 2. We notice that 2 is common here and it's also common here because this is a perfect square, and likewise is a perfect cube. I can work. Now, how many times? We'll check the number since 2 can divide 8 and 16. Now, on that cross check, how many times can 2 go? How many times can 2 divide? Sorry, how many times can I multiply 2 to give me 16? Likewise, how many times can I multiply what? 2 to give me what? 8. Or in another ways, we can easily do like this. By this is 16. I can easily write that what? 2 raised power what? 4 as 16. Because if I multiply 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, I'll have what? 16. So we replace this with what? 2 raised power 4. Now I'll be having this 2 raised power 4, everything raised power minus 1 over 4, times, now for 8, it is 2 raised power 3, everything raised power 2 over 3. Now all over 2 raised power 5 over 2. Now 4 can easily go divide this, because according to the rule of indices, when I have something like this, a raised power m bracket n, it is equals to a raised power m times n. So I'll be having, so the rule of what indices still hold here, this is this times this, likewise this times this. So in that case, I'll be having this. I'm going to be having this. So 3 cancel 3 here. What I'll be left with? I'll be left with 2 raised power minus 1 here, multiplied by 2 raised power 2, all over 2 raised power 5 over 2. So from here, I can easily apply the law of indices that state that what? When 2 indices are multiplying each other, then the power must be added together. I have 2 raised power minus 1 plus 2, all over 2 raised power 5 over 2, which is going to be giving me, now minus 1 plus 2, I'll be having 1, all over 2 raised power 5 over 2. Now, applying the law of indices here, this is law of division. So when 2 indices are dividing each other, when I have 2 raised power 1 divided by 2 raised power 5 over 2, then according to the rule of indices, when you are dividing 2 indices together with each other, subtract the power of the index, I'll be having 2 raised power 1 minus 5 over 2, which is going to give me 2 raised power. Now 1 minus 5 over 2, if I find the LCM of this, I have 2, 2 divided by 2, 1, 2, minus 5. So I'll be having 2 raised power minus 3 over 2. 2 raised power what? Minus 3 over 2. This is an what? Index, which are what? We've already what? Gotten. Now you might leave your answer like this, because it is still in what? In index form, or since that they say we should simplify it. So simplification simply means find to the what? The smallest term of the what? Question. No? So from here, I can easily say, applying the rule of what? Indices here, 2 raised power minus 3 over 2 will give me what? Whenever I have this, it simply means 1 over 2 raised power 3 over 2. And we also know that what? 2 raised power 3 over 2 is equal to, now, whenever you have something like this, I have 2 raised power 3 over 2. You see this denominator will become root of this number, while this numerator will become the power. So I'll be having square root of 2, everything into raised power 3. So this is my final answer. And each of these are what step in solving the index format. So we'll be having what each of these steps in solving what the index. So now let's take a look at what the next question, as you can see on the board, following the step wise. Now let's take a look at the next question that is there, which is to be question 3. So question 3. Now in question 3, we are asked to solve this. We are asked to solve for what? Simplify this also. I'm given 3s squared minus 12 over s squared minus 4s plus 4, then divided by 6x minus 12 over s squared minus 4. Now, how do we solve this also? How do we go about solving this? Now, in solving this, you have to simplify it. How do you simplify it? That means break it down to the lowest term. That's what I mean by what? Simplification. Break this thing down to the lowest term. Now, let's try break it down to the lowest term. Now, I have a quadratic equation here, and I have a quadratic equation here. This is a linear equation, and this is also what? A quadratic equation. Now, how do we go about this? Now, you can easily solve this by going like this. I can easily say, this 3s squared minus 12, what is common here? It is 3, right? I'm bringing it out what? S squared minus 4 over. Now, this is a quadratic equation. This quadratic equation needs to be simplified. I have s squared. Let me bring it out first. Let me bring it out. Minus 4s plus 4. Now, whenever you have division, you are going to change that division to multiplication before you solve. Now, changing division to multiplication automatically transform this fraction that is here, That means the denominator of this fraction will become numerator, while the numerator will become what? Denominator. I'll be having s squared minus 4 over 6x minus 12. Now, let's go on. So from here, let's solve this quadratic equation. I have s squared minus 4s plus 4. Now, in factorizing a quadratic equation, you are going to look for two factors. Whereby, when you multiply these numbers, two factors together, you are going to be getting 4. When you add it together, you're going to get what? Minus 4. Now, that two numbers can be what? Minus 2 times minus 2. Because minus 2 times minus 2 will give me plus 4. Now, minus 2 will also give me what? Minus 4. Which is, if I multiply it, I will get this product. If I add it, I will get this sum, which is here. So from there, my two factor is minus 2 and minus 2. So what am I doing with the factor? We are going to replace the factor with minus 4x. I'll be having s squared. Instead of minus 4s, I'll be having minus 2s, then plus 4. Now, you can take it together, s squared minus 2s, brackets minus 2s plus 4. Now, from here, what do we do next? The next thing that we need to do here is that what? Collect what is common in this first bracket. S is here, remove one x. I'm left with ordinary s here, and minus 2. Now, what is common here? Whenever negative is starting a fraction, a linear equation in a bracket, now that negative is always common because we can divide negative by positive. Are you getting? So negative is common, remove it. Likewise, 2 can divide 4, remove the 2 out. I'll be left with ordinary s here. Now, why this one will be left with what? Minus 2. Because minus 2 divided by plus 4 will give me minus 2. So from here, I can pick one of it, s minus 2, and join this together, s minus 2. Now, I've been able to simplify what we see here. Now, when I replace this fraction, this linear equation, with this, then in replacing it, I'll be having something of this kind. 3 brackets s squared minus 4 over, instead of this, I'll be having s minus 2 times x minus 2, which is the same values. Now, you see, what is here? I have s squared minus 4, and I have here as what? Now, this s squared minus 4, there's something that we normally call this difference of 2 squared. So I can easily, whenever you have a difference of 2 squared, let me say I have a squared minus b squared, it is always equals to a minus b, a plus b. So this is difference of 2 squared. How? Because I can easily rewrite this as s squared minus 2 squared. So this is difference of what? 2 squared. So applying this formula, it was a minus b, this is a, this is b, times a plus b. So I'll replace it, I'll be having what? X minus 2 bracket s plus 2. That's what I'm going to be having all over. Now here, what is common here? I have 6 is common. If I remove 6, I'll be left with x minus 2. That'll be left with, because 6 divided by 12 will give me what? Minus 2. So I can easily divide this, cancel this, and I think I'm done with that, and I'm left with only x plus 2. Now coming to this place also, I can have the same thing here also, whereby I have x minus 2 minus 4, right? So I'll be having 3 brackets, now x minus 2, x plus 2, because it was difference of 2 squared, over x minus 2, x minus 2, then times x plus 2, all over 6. So x minus 2, remove x minus 2, and I can easily say 3 here, 1, 3 can divide 6, will give me 2. So I'm only left with s plus 2 over x minus 2 times x plus 2 over 2. So joining these things together, because you have to simplify it, there's something I can do again than to what? Expand this bracket and expand this bracket. So if I expand this bracket, x times x, I will have s squared. X times 2, I have what? Plus 2x. 2 times x plus another 2x. 2 times 2 plus 4. All over 2 bracket s minus 2. So if I finalize this, I'll be having s squared plus 4s, then plus 4, all over 2 bracket s minus 2. That is the final answer to this. Now, don't forget that what? Each of these steps must be followed when you are solving this equation, which I'm done with it. Now, you can cross-check the equation, take take the video backward so that you can what? Watch it once again so that you can get it more. Now let's take a look at the fourth question that is there. Now the fourth question that is here is under the fourth question is under simultaneous equation. How do we solve the simultaneous equation? Solve. You have to solve 4x minus 3y equals to 13 and 2x plus y equals to 7. I can easily solve this simultaneous equation by either applying elimination method or applying substitution method. Anyone you like, you can apply in this simultaneous equation. So in this video, I'm going to be applying elimination method in this video. Now, how do we eliminate? In eliminating, that means you need to make one of these coefficient, one of these variable to be equal. Now, either making s to be equal or making y to be equal. If I'm making s to be equal, I'll be having 4s minus 3y equals 13. I have 2s plus y equals 7. Now, multiply each of the coefficients of x with the coefficient of this first equation. Let me say this is equation 1, this is equation 2. Multiply the coefficient of s in equation 1 with the coefficient of x in equation 2. That means coefficient of s here is 2. That means here I'll multiply by 2. And coefficient of x in this place is 4. Then I'll multiply this one by 4. So whatever I have, 2 times 4, I have 8s. 2 times here, I have what? Minus 6y equals to 2 times 13. I'm going to be having 26. Now, 4 times 2, I'll be having 8s. Plus 4 times y, I'll be having 4y equals to 4 times 7, I'll be having 28. Now I've been able to make the coefficient of x to be equal. Then what will I do? I will subtract the two equations. Now in subtracting the two equations, 8x minus 8s will give me 0. Now don't forget that this is minus 6y minus 4y. Let me write it down. Minus 6y minus 4y. So minus 6y minus 4y will give me minus 10y. So I'll be having here as what? Minus 10y. So in this case here, I'll be having 26 minus 28. 26 minus 28 will give me minus 2. So if I have something of this kind, what do I do next? Dividing each of them, I have dividing both sides by minus 10. Minus 10. Then your y will be equals to 2 here, 1, 2 in this is 5. That will be 1 over 5. I've gotten my y as 1 over 5. Now we now substitute. You write it, substitute y in equation. Any of the equation, you're good to go. You can substitute in equation 1 and you can substitute what? In equation 2. So let's substitute it in equation 2. I have 2x plus y equals to 7. Now, this is 2x plus y is 1 over 5 equals to 7. So 2x will be equals to, take this to this side, become negative. I have 7 minus 1 over 5. So my 2s will be equals to, find the LCM of this. LCM is 5. 5 divided by 1, 5 times 7. I'm going to be having 35 minus 1, which is going to give rise to 34 over 5. So my 2s equals to 34 over 5. Dividing both sides by 2. Divided by 2. Then x will be equals to 34 over 5. Now, this is 2 over 1. Change this division to multiplication. It will be equals to times. This 1 will go up and 2 will come down. So 2 divided by 34, I'll be having x to be equals to 1 over, x to be equals to what? 2 in 34 will give me, I have 17. That will be 17 over 5. So you can leave your answer like this, or you convert it to what? You convert your answer into a mixed fraction. That is my answer for this. So follow each of these steps to solve. This is how your mark is going to be awarded in exam. Please take note of everything one after the other. Now let's move on to the fifth question. This fifth question is under word problem. Word problem. Now let's take a look at it one after the other. In this question, they said a man is twice as old as his son. Now, a man is twice as old as his son. In 8 years, their ages will sum up to 68 years. Now, take note of this. We don't know the age of the man. Likewise, we don't know the age of the son. So we can assume that the age of the man age to be equals to s, and the son age the sun age will be equals to what? Y. Altogether, because we don't know the age of both of them, so we can say the age of the man is S, the age of the sun is what? Y. Now, coming back to this question, they said in 8, okay, so they said a man is twice as old as his son. Now, if the man is twice as old as what? The son, that means the man age S will be equals to what? 2y. Will be equals to 2y because it is twice as old as the son. So that means the man age will be equals to what? 2y. Altogether, why the son age is y. Together. Now, the next said in 8 years, their ages will sum up to 68 years. Now, when it said in 8 years, it simply means to the man's age, we are going to add 8 years, and to the son's age, we are going to add 8 years. So from here, what will be the new age? Their new ages will be the man will be equals to, it's S, the man is 2y now, S is equal to 2y. The man will be equals to 2y plus 8, while the son will be equals to y plus 8. This is their new ages in 8 years. Their new ages in 8 years. That's their new ages in what? In 8 years. Now, I said in 8 years, their ages will sum up to 68 years. So that means the addition of these two, 2y plus 8 plus y plus 8 will be equals to 68 years. That's what they mean by what their ages will sum up. They have to find their present age. Now, let's find their present age. Now, their present age simply means their age now, not in 8 years. So let's solve. Let's solve for y. From here, I have 2y plus 8 plus y plus 8 equals to 68. So from here, I have 3y plus 8 is 16 equals to 68. So 3y equals to 68 minus 16. So 68 minus 16 should give rise to 52. 3y, divide both sides by 3. Then my y will be equals to, let me say 52 divided by 3. That will be 17.3. Now, please take note. Because we are looking for what? Ages. So they are what? Age. They are going to round up, they are going to what? Approximate what you are getting here into what? An whole number. Since we have 17.3 as the what? Y. Y, the y is the sun and the age of the sun. So take note of something. If y is the age of the sun, that means approximately the age of the sun will be 17 years. Approximating this, that was 17 years. Now, what will not be the age of the man? The man age will be equals to S, which is equals to 2y. That's S will be equals to 2 times 17. I'll be having 34 years old. So you're going to write it out that what? The sun age, you write it out. The sun age, the sun is equals to y. The sun age is y, which is equals to what? 17 years. Why the man age is S equals to y, which is equals to what? 34 years old. Please take note. Don't forget to what? Add each of their what? Write it out that what? Okay, their ages is this. Now, let's move on to what? The next question, which is question 6. Now, starting with the question 6, I have a cylindrical water tank has a radius. This question 6 is under measuration. So in case of what necessity, this is under what? Measuration. So they said a cylindrical water tank has a radius 2.8 meter and height 10 meter. Now we are given the radius R as 2.8 meter and the height to be equals to 10 meter. I just said find its volume. What is the volume of a cylinder? Volume of cylinder, please take note. In solving, you need to write out the formula that you are applying because each of them attract mass. So volume of a cylinder is equals to pi r square h. That means pi r square h. Don't forget that your pi is always given as 22/7. So from here, let's find the volume. The volume is equals to 22/7 multiplied by the radius given to us, 2.8 square times 10 meter. So from here, I have 22/7 times 2.8 square Let me punch my calculator. 2.8 into square is going to give me 7.84. This is going to give me 7.84 multiplied by 10. So I'll be having, multiplying everything at once, 22 times 7.84 times 10. I'll be having 1724.8. 1724.8 over 7, which will give rise to divided by 7. I'll be having 246. 246.4. Now, the volume depends on what? The unit of the volume depends on the unit given to you. So the volume unit will be equals to meter cube. This is the volume. Now, the question B, they said if it is filled at 0.35 meter cube per minute, that is volume rate. They gave you the volume rate. And what is the meaning of volume rate? The volume rate is always equals to volume all over time. So they now give you that the volume over time is 0.35, which is equals to 0.35 meter cube per minute. So from here, what is the volume? The volume is equal to what do we get? 246.4 over time, because the question said we should find. They said how long will it take to fill it? That means the time taken. So we are looking for t, which is equal to 0.35. So from here, cross multiply, I'll be having my time to be equal to 246.4 over 0.35, which will give rise to the time taken divided by 0.35. I'll be having 704 minutes. So it's going to be taking 704 minutes to fill in the tank. So that is what we are asked to find. So from here, they said, let's move on to question 7. In the question 7, they said PQ is 12 centimeter and PR is 9 centimeter. Now, whenever you are given this is a triangle PQR. This is my triangle P, Q, and R. So they gave us our PQ. The length of PQ is 12 centimeter, and then the length of PR is 9 centimeter. So the next one should find angle P. Angle P is 50 degree. So they say find QR. This is QR. So we have to find this correct to 3 significant figure. Now, how do you solve it? Now, whenever you are given a triangle, which is different from a right angle triangle, in solving, and two sides of the triangle is given to you with one angle. To get the third side, we apply cosine rule. And what does that rule state that? State that what? The square of this side that we're looking for, QR into square. Sorry, let me try to write it very right. QR into square equals to PQ into square plus PR into square minus 2 PQ slash PR cos theta, cos of what angle given to you. This is the cosine rule. Now, what is my PQ? My PQ is 12 square plus my PR is 9 square minus 2 times 12 times 9, cos my angle is 50 degree, which is going to give me 12 square is 144 plus 81 minus 2 times 12 times 9. I'll be having 216 cos theta, cos 50. So which is going to give us 144 plus 81. 144 plus 81, I'll be having 225 minus 216 cos 50, 216 cos 50, which I'm going to be having 138.84, 138.84. Now, if I subtract these two, 225 minus 138.84, I'll be having 86.16. So my QR will be equal to square root. Take this square to this side, become a square root of 86.16. Correct. So square root of 86.16. I'm going to be having 9.282. 9.282. Now, coming back to this question, the question said find QR correct to 3 significant figure. 3 significant figure, let's count it. This is 1 significant, 2 significant, and what? 3 significant, which is going to give rise to approximately 9.28 centimeter. That is my value of the QR, which is given to us. Now, in the next question that is here, the next question is all about cycle geometry. And in cycle geometry, this is a topic in mathematics that this is what theorems of solving it. Now here they said in the figure, oh, this is the figure. They gave us this figure. This is center of the circle. They gave us the arc AB, and here angle subtended 110 degree. That's the angle subtended by this arc AB. This arc here subtends this angle at the middle. They said, if angle subtended by arc AB is 110, find the angle subtended at the circumference. Now, according to the rule of what? Cycle geometry. Are you getting me? According to rule number 1, it said that what? The angle subtended by an arc at the center of a circle is twice the angle at any point on the circumference. Now, if I have any point in this circumference of a circle, this is what we call circumference. So any point along this circumference, maybe this point, any of the points, angle at the center of a circle is always 2 times angle at any point of the circumference here. So angle at the center now we have 110 is always equals to 2 times any angle at the circumference. Let me say here is x, because I can assume that here they don't give us an angle. So let me assume that what? The circumference here is s. So angle at the center is equals to 2 times what? S. From here, I can easily find my s, divide both sides by 2. Then my s will be equals to 110 divided by 2. That will give me 55 degree. So the angle at any point on the circumference is going to be what? 55 degree, which is the question. Now, let's take a look at the question number 9. Now, question number 9, what is that question all about? This question is under coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry. Now, it is very easy. Like, look at it. They said, given point A, my point A to be point A as minus 2, 3, and point B as 6, minus 1. And I said, find the gradient of AB. Find the gradient. How do we find the gradient of what? Of a circle. How do we find the gradient of a circle? The gradient of a circle, gradient of a line is given as M, which is always equals to difference of the line y2 minus y1 over s2 minus s1. Let me show you something here. Now, whenever they give it this is a coordinate. Now, a coordinate is always written in terms of x and y. That means this is x, this is y. This is x, this is y. So I can term this as s1, this is y1, this is s2, this is y2. So substituting each of them in this equation, I'll be having my gradient M to be equals to y2, which is minus 1, y1, which is 3. So that means minus 3 over s2, which is 6, s1, which is minus 2. That is minus 2. I'll be having minus 1 minus 3 will give me minus 4 over 6 plus 2, which is giving me minus 4 over 8. 4 cancel this. I'm going to be having minus 1 over 2. So the gradient of the circle, the gradient of the line is minus 1 over 2. The next question, they said, find the length of AB. How do we find the length of the line? How do we find what? The length of the line. The length of the line simply means the distance. The distance of the what? The line. So if I have line AB from here to here, if they say you should find the length means the distance from here to this place here. That's what I mean by what? The length. That's the distance of what? Of the line. Now, what's the formula for calculating distance of a line? Distance of a line is always given as square root of y2 minus y1 into square plus s2 minus s1 into square. This is what? How to find what? The length of a line. Now, from here, the same thing. I have my y2, I have my y1. So I'll be having square root of y2 is minus 1 minus y1 is 3 into bracket square plus s2 is 6 minus s1 is minus 2, everything into square. I'll be having square root of minus 4 square plus 8 into square. So which I'm going to be getting square root of minus 4 square is going to give me plus 16 plus 8 square is 64. So I'm going to be having plus 16 plus 64, which will be giving rise to which I'm going to be getting 80, square root of 80. So square root of 80 will give rise to 8.9. 8.94. Yeah, this is what? The length of the line. Why the last one is said we should find the midpoint of AB. Midpoint, how do we get the midpoint? Midpoint of a line is always given as this: S1 plus S2 over 2, comma, Y1 plus Y2 over 2. Now, what's the meaning of midpoint? Midpoint means the average of the 2 points on the line. The average of the points on the line. That's what we call it, midpoint. That means to get the midpoint, we want to get another new coordinate axis like this and this. But in that case, I'm going to be adding the S1 with S2 divided by 2 to find the average. Y1 with Y2 to find the what? Average. I'll be having what? The midpoint of this line now will now be S1 plus S2 minus 2 plus 6 divided by 2, comma, and what? 3 minus 1 divided by 2. So minus 6, this will give me 4 over 2, and this one will give me 2 over 2. So my midpoint will be 4 divided by 2. I'll be having 2, comma, 1. This is the midpoint of the line. So this is how we calculate the midpoint. The midpoint is simply the average of the two coordinates. Whereby our coordinate we have the what? The abscissa and the ordinate. So find the average of the two abscissa and find the average of the what? The two ordinates to get the coordinate as 2 and 1, which is the average of the what? The line, which is the center of this line here. This is the midpoint of the line, 2, 1. So if the line is A, if the line is A is minus 2, 3, and B is 6, minus 1. So the midpoint of the line will be taken as C, which is what? 2, 1. That is what? The midpoint of that line. Now we'll be moving on to what? Question 10. I think we have just only 3 questions left. So we'll move on to what? Question 10. So let's move on to what? The next question, which is the question 10. Now this is the question 10. The question 10 is under what? Matrices. Now the question said they give us matrix A and matrix B. It said to find the product of AB. Product AB. Now how do we find product of a matrix? I am given matrix A as 1, 2, 3, and 1, and matrix B. This is matrix A. Matrix B as 2, minus 1, 4, and 0. In finding the product of what? A matrix, we are going to multiply the row of the matrix used to multiply each of the columns one after the other. The second row also we used to multiply each column one after the other. Let's take it one after the other. So AB will be equal to formulate another new matrix. So this is the row. I used to multiply this column. 1 times 2, I have 2, plus 2 times 4, I have 8. Now again, I'll use this same row to multiply this column. 1 times minus 1, I have minus 1. 2 times 0, I have what? Plus 0. Use the second row again. 3 times 2, I have 6, plus 1 times 4, I have 4. Then use it again. 3 times minus 1, I have minus 3. 1 times 0, I have what? 0. So in that case, I'm going to be having another new matrix, which is what? 2 plus 8, 10. This one will give me 10. And this one will give me minus 1. And this is giving me minus 3. Now, that's the matrix AB. Now, the second question B, they said we should find matrix, the product of BA. So the product of BA means the B should come before what? A. So I'll be writing it out. This is matrix B, 2 minus 1, 4, 0. And matrix A is 1, 2, 3, 1. So what do we need to do here? We need to find it. Matrix BA will be equals to, use the row of this to multiply each of the column of this. So 2 times 1, I have 2, plus minus 1 times 3, I have minus 3. That will be equals to minus 3. Okay, so 2 times 2 again, I have 4. Minus 1 times 1, that will be minus 1. Now, 4 times 1, I have 4. 0 times 3, I have plus 0. 4 times 2, I have 8. 0 times 1, I have plus 0. which is going to give me 2 minus 3, I'll be having minus 1. 4 minus 1, I'll be having 3. 4 plus 0, I'll be having 4. 8 plus 0, I'll be having 8. Now, that is my what? Matrix BA. That's my matrix BA. Now, the next thing, they say we should state whether AB is equals to what? BA. Now, from the what? Analysis, we notice that my AB is 10 minus 1 and what? 10 minus 3. So, it simply shows that what? AB, question C, shows that what? AB is not equals to BA. So, we are done with what? That question. Now, let's take a look at what? This question 11. And I'm trying to show that what this is going to be the last question. Yeah, for this exam, this is going to be the last question I'll be dropping to you. So, question 11, they said a bag contains 6 red and blue. This question is under probability. A bag contains 6 red and 4 blue and 5 green. Number of red ball is equals to 6. Number of blue ball is equals to 4. While number of green is equals to 5. So they said find the probability that, okay, now what is the total number of balls here? This is plus 4, 10, that will be 15 balls. Now let's count what this. They say we should find the probability that what? Find the probability that both are green. Now when they draw the ball, they draw 2 balls without replacement. What's the meaning of without replacement? Now, if assuming the first ball drawn is red, now probability of drawing a red ball will be equals to 6 over total number, over 15. Now, but let's come to this. They say both are green. Now, they are drawing green ball. It simply shows that what? Probability of drawing a green ball. Initially, the first draw is green. Second draw is now what? Green. Now, how many green balls do we have there? We have 5 green balls. So, probability of drawing a green ball, first draw will be equals to 5 over 15. Now, if I draw a green ball in the first draw, how many green balls will be left? We'll be left with what? Out of 5, we'll be left with what? 4 green balls. And the total number of balls left will also be what? Reduced to by 1 because it is none without replacement. So second draw will be equals to 4 over 14. Now, the question has said, what's probability that both are green? So the fact that what? Both are green simply means probability of both are green will be equals to probability of first draw times second draw. First draw is 5 over 15 times second draw is 4 over 14, which is going to give us 5 here 1, 5 here is going to give me 3, and here 2 here 2, 3 here 7. So I'm left with 2 over 3 times 7. I'll be having 21. That's the probability of drawing what? A green ball. Now the second one, they said first is green and the second is what? Blue. So if I draw green for the first draw, drawing of green initially is 5 over 15. So the second ball is what? Blue. Take note. The only thing that will change here is the total number of ball that is there. So if I draw green as the first one, which is 5 over 15, second draw I draw blue. So I have blue, drawing blue will be equals to, how many blue do we have there? 4 over, what's the total number of ball? Total number of ball will be reduced to 14. Total number of ball will be reduced to 14. So I'll be having the product of both of them will be equals to 5 over 15 times 4 over 14, which is going to give us what? Probability of drawing first is green and second is what? Blue is equals to this. So I'll be having 1 over 3 times 1 here, and here will be what? 2 over 12, which is going to give us 2 over 36. So if I divide it, that will be 2 here, 1, that will be 2 in 36 should give me 1 over 18. So probability of drawing a green and the second ball blue is what? 1 over what? 18. Thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and also like the video, share with your friends so that they will also gain from this. And also, don't forget, drop in the comment section below the next topic you want me to treat with you here, and I'm going to be responding. Thank you so much.